We spend our lives chasing success. But what if our whole idea of what it means to win is backward? We're going to dive into a 3,000-year-old text today that has a wild suggestion. The most dangerous moment for you isn't when you're struggling. It's right after you've already won.
So let me ask you this, and really think about it. In your work, what's the situation that really puts you on high alert? Is it the project that's a total mess, fires everywhere, problems to solve? Or is it the one that's done, delivered, wrapped up with a perfect bow? The answer is not what you'd think.
So this idea comes from the I Ching, also known as the Book of Changes, and it explains the world using these really powerful elemental metaphors. To answer our question, it frames the whole thing as this incredible dance between two forces you know very well, fire and water.
All right, so first, let's tackle that state of perfect completion. Let's really explore the paradox that's hiding just beneath the surface of success.
The I Ching lays out these two states using what it calls hexagrams. Number 63 is completed. Picture it, water over fire. Think of a pot of water that's just finished boiling. Everything is stable, in its correct place. Then you have hexagram 64, uncompleted. That's fire over water, a way more chaotic, unstable setup, but one that's just brimming with potential.
So let's really focus on completed for a minute. This is that sweet spot. Everything is clicked. All the puzzle pieces fit. It's the flawless product launch, the goal you finally hit, the system that just works. It's pure achievement, smooth sailing. Feels good, right?
Well, here comes the gut punch. The text has a pretty stark warning for this state of perfection. It starts with good fortune, but ends with chaos. So, why? How on earth does ultimate success become the fastest path to ruin?
It all boils down to one word: complacency. When we win, we let our guard down. We stop pushing. Just think of a huge company that dominates its market and then completely misses the next big thing. The text has this beautiful, brutal image for it. Fine silk turns into rags. Without constant care, even the best things decay. So completion isn't the end goal. It's a new beginning that demands you look ahead and prepare for what's next.
So, if being complete is so risky, what about the opposite? Let's flip the script and look for the promise that's hiding in a state of chaos.
Okay, so hexagram 64, uncompleted. That's our fire over water. It's unstable, sure, it's imbalanced, it's the messy start of a new project, that chaotic brainstorm, the moment you know something is broken. But here's the kicker. The I Ching says this is not failure, not even close. It's pure potential. It's spring emerging from winter. It's the very beginning of creating something amazing.
And the core image for this state is just perfect. It's a little fox, carefully crossing a river. It hasn't made it to the other side yet. Its tail might even be a little wet. But this isn't a story about failure. It's about being in the middle of the journey, moving forward through uncertainty with caution and a clear sense of purpose. And this journey from chaos to order is laid out in these really vivid stages. First, you wet the tail. You're a little stuck, maybe not sure which way to go. Then you drag the wheels. This is the grind, right? That's slow, hard, but meaningful progress. Next, you cross the river. This is the moment you take that big, calculated risk to break through. And finally, you shine the light, reaching your goal with integrity, where your success can actually guide others.
Okay, so we've got these two very different states, the dangerous perfection of completed and the promising chaos of uncompleted. But the real genius here, the absolute magic of it, is how they connect to each other.
This right here is where it all comes together. Because context is everything. Check this out. At the start of a project, wetting your tail means you're stuck, you're directionless. That's a problem. But when you've already succeeded, wetting your tail means you're being cautious. You're not getting ahead of yourself. That's the right move. See? Same action, totally different meaning. Or look at the end. Celebrating with wine is a great reward when you've just struggled out of chaos. But celebrating carelessly when you're already on top, wetting your head, is a sign of impending disaster.
So this is all fascinating stuff, but what do we actually do with it? How do we take this ancient wisdom and apply it to our very modern lives?
All right, the first big takeaway is this. Don't relax when you succeed. Seriously, that moment of completion, that feeling of being done, is exactly when you need to be most aware. It's not a finish line. It's a transition point that demands a whole new kind of effort.
And the second takeaway is just as powerful. When you find yourself in chaos, when things feel uncompleted, you have to fight the urge to see it as failure. It's not.
It's the raw material for creation. It is the messy, uncertain, but absolutely vital starting point for whatever you're going to achieve next.
So really, it all boils down to this. The completed state requires your vigilance. The uncompleted state requires your action. And the master skill that connects them both? It's awareness. Just knowing which state you're in and what it's asking of you. Because ultimately, this isn't about picking one state and trying to live there. Perfection is fragile, and chaos is temporary. The real goal is to understand that your work, your life, it's all a continuous flow between these two states. True wisdom isn't about staying put, it's about mastering that transition, over and over again.
So I'll leave you with a question to chew on. Look at your biggest project, your career, your life right now. Are you that little fox just starting to cross the river, or have you already made it to the other side? Are you in a state of completion or uncompletion? And now that you know the difference, what does that state truly require from you today?